Welcome back to my studio. That's right, resin. Can't get enough of it. I'm hooked. So this is a big one for me. This is a pour that I did. Actually, if you want to see it, if you haven't seen it yet, this is from video 11. I was gutted when this pour went wrong at the very end because it was so beautiful. There were huge cells in it. You really can't see on camera how beautiful it was. And I was so proud of it. And then, of course, if you've seen the video, then you know how it met its tragic, well, accident. There was some plastic that blew up over and went into the whole thing. And as I peeled it back, it took away some really brilliant stuff, but it also made some really cool designs. So in the middle of all that, what happened was I was left with some really neat areas and some messy areas that I'm not thrilled with. So what I want to attempt to do, and I've been looking at this over in the corner for a couple of months now with this on my mind, is I want to do a ribbon pour on this after I've done a clear coat of resin. So what I really want is to layer this, which is where my experience comes from in fluid acrylics. I do layering normally, but I haven't done it with resin. So what I want to do is put a clear coat over the whole thing, and while it's still wet, I want to do a pour of a mixture of golds, because there's a lot of gold in this. It wasn't meant to be that way, but that's what showed up. So I really want to pull that out and use this to highlight some areas and mask some areas by giving it kind of a 3D look with a ribbon pour throughout the clear. So you'll be able to see a lot of the original painting, but with possibly this smoky looking, okay, that's the plan anyway. And I didn't want to, the ribbon that I poured on here, I didn't want it to be just gold. I wanted it to have a little depth. So what I'm going to do is mix 3 cups here. This is basically going to be clear with a little diamond dust mica powder in it just to give it a little sparkle. This cup is going to be a gold, but it's not going to be saturated, so you'll be able to see through it. This one here is going to be a full gold. So what I'll do is a dirty pour with all 3 of these into 1 cup, and so as I pour it, I'm hoping that'll give it more dimension. Again, that's the plan. So, you know how these things can go. These are all the things I'm going to need today. Well, except for my gloves. Haven't put those on yet. I'm being very careful with my gloves. I'm almost out. I'm almost out of tape. I'm at that point. I'm making a list. I'm out of everything, which always reminds me to thank you, my subscribers. Thank you so much for clicking on those YouTube ads, for clicking on those Amazon links that I put up, because that little tiny bit that I get from that, I don't get a lot, trust me, I really don't, but it's enough to help with those kinds of basic things like tape and cups and things like that, butane, and those things add up, man. I'll also be using my heat blower gun to move the layer of color that I put down, so you'll see me doing that. You'll also see me using the torch to pop bubbles. I'm saying all this ahead of time because, as you also may have figured out, I'm going to speed the rest of it up. So I'm just setting you up for where we're going to go. I have already kind of mapped out on the painting itself which areas I want to cover and where I want to go, so let's cross our fingers. I'm going to get this mixed up, get some gloves on, and we'll get her going. And we're back. Just got the resin poured. Try not to spill it everywhere. But if you can see that, you can see the cloudiness, you can see the ribbons in it. That's what you want gone before you can pour it. Yes, this is a lot of resin, but there is some other stuff I have here in the studio that I'm going to be resining tonight, so. Oh, anyway. So you want to do this for about 3 minutes. You want to scrape the sides. You want to scrape the bottom. You want to switch directions. I know I say this stuff a lot, but you know what? It gets to be habit, and then it's a smart way to do it. Yeah, that's a lot of resin. Oh, anyway. So how's your week going? It's like fall here. It's kind of cool. It's kind of refreshing after that, man, heat. Crazy heat. It was like Satan's butt heat for weeks. No winds, no nothing, and all that smoke. Because we've had fires up here in the Pacific Northwest, so it's just been horrible. And the last 2 days it's been raining, the wind's blowing, and I'm good. I'm fine with that. So I've got the windows closed tonight. But you might hear it blustering up against the studio here and there. I watch other, obviously other YouTube videos for inspiration, and lately I have been watching Rio and Sace. Well, it's Rio Sares. Rio, I hope I said your name right. I want to say Sares, but Rio and Sace. Okay, first they come with a disclaimer. I got to tell you, they come with a warning label. If you're kind of a serious-minded person and don't have a need to laugh at the silly, you won't get them. Add a little bit of a dark sense of humor, and you will love them. I tend to kind of really like them. I was doing a video earlier this week, I think, yeah, where I did some slam flip cups, where you just slam them down really quick. I dedicate those to Rio because that chick knows how to slam some flip cups. She knows what she's doing. Oh, and if you get past the humor and delve a little bit deeper into her artwork, Rio is extremely talented. I'll put a link to one of their videos down in the description so you can check them out. But trust me, again, enter with a sense of humor or you won't be able to do the whole thing. And you know what? They know it too. There's just certain people that we get each other, so that's all we need. So Rio and Sace, but it's Rio Sares. Again, hope I said that right, Rio. And I'll put that link down there so you can see them. I've been getting a lot of requests lately, which is helping me a bunch. Thank you so much. But I have to tell you, I was a little surprised. I kind of thought that people watched this for just the value of seeing something go from a cup to a pretty design, or you know what I mean, just the satisfaction of seeing a painting made. But with the questions that I'm being asked, it's becoming pretty apparent to me that my subbies, bless your hearts, are actually pretty serious people that really kind of want to know the nitty-gritty about what it is that I do with this art form, and I am more than happy to share that. I was kind of surprised, but pleasantly so. That's a big deal, because when someone wants to know what it is, what kind of art it is I do, I explain to them that really what I do is about 90% prep and finish and 10% magic. The pour is the magic, or the swipe, or the actual creating of the image is such a small part of it because there's so much prep involved. There's, in my case, sanding, canvas making, things like that. And, I go clear to the end where I wire my pieces. And I'm getting questions like that. There's people that want me to do videos. I've had a few requests for people to say, can you do a video showing how you make a canvas? Sure I can. I would think that would be boring, but I would be glad to do that. So if you like that idea, let me know. If you have some other ideas of what you'd like to see, let me know. I've also had a request from someone how I wire the back of a canvas, or how I mount it so that it can be hung. That's a pretty easy one. I might even do a video with just all three in. And then I had another question about finishing the edges on different canvases in different ways and how I do that. And the funny thing is if you saw a video that I did recently called Three Sisters, there's 3 canvases in that need 3 different treatments for finish, so that might be a cool video. So I'll probably use that to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. So what's going to happen? I've prepped you now. You kind of know what I'm going to be doing here, so I'm going to get ready and speed this up. But again, thank you for your subscriptions and your support. This should be fun. I hope I can find some good music to go with this one. I don't know what mood I'm in today, but you don't want to sit here and watch this, so. Okay, so this is where we're at. I've got my clear back here, and this is mainly clear here. Like I said, this is just some mica. It's got some really cool stuff going on in it. If you saw, I did have the white out here. I did end up using it. So in the end, what this is the ArtResin Tints Pearl Yellow mixed with a little bit of the gold. And then this is mainly gold with a little bit of the yellow in it. So I went one direction with one and one with the other, and you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but it's crazy cool. So I've planned as best I can. You know how that works with this, but so I'm going to speed things up and see if we can get some magic today. because of the glare. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, but I'll try my best. A lot of stuff going on. Not sure if I'm happy yet or not. I'm not unhappy. I just want to see it upright once it's all cured and set. Show you some of the parts that I like. Yeah, glare is fun. The camera wants to actually focus on the glare. That's the problem. You can see some of the iridescence in there. How cool is that? Ooh, there's some more. It's another cool thing about resin. You don't have to wait till it's dry to see what it's going to look like. We're pretty much there. So, meet me back here in 24 hours. And we'll see what we ended up with. And we're back. I was able to turn some of my lights so that we might see some of this, but yeah, you're going to get a lot of glare in this, but so I'll try and kind of show off key points. Overall, I'm really happy with this piece. There was a part of me that wanted to do one more layer. I think I'm good, because there's going to be another layer of work into this after this anyway, but you can see how some of the areas that I wanted to hide, I was able to hide. Some that I wanted to highlight worked. I'm really positive about how this turned out. And I'll get in close in some of these areas, especially, and I'm on the turntable so I can show you some things. Like that. Are you seeing it? Glitter, glitter. Well, it's not really glitter, but it's mica. That's what we had in that clear resin. And I just love how that turned out. It's kind of heavenly. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this piece. The reason why I'm going to have to do another layer on this, this painting has had, I don't know, it's been jinxed from the get-go, because remember the first layer in this, it was the acrylic pour that I did that the plastic got blown into and messed up that. So of course this final layer had to have something like that. Some little thing, some little something somewhere. Oh, like, let's see, where's it at? There it is. That is a newly petrified gnat. Why? So, boys and girls, guess what? There's going to be an upcoming video on how to extract the carcass of a kamikaze gnat in your cured resin. It's not fun, but it can be done, and I think this one's worth saving, so damn it. Huh. Keep pouring. Have a great day, and thank you for your support.